Yeah, it's really cool because, like you said, with the heart containers being shuffled in, you're going to see a vast difference here in. Usually you go into level 3 and you get the underground item. You're like, okay, cool, let's get the Triforce and get out. But now with the heart shuffled in, there could be 2 items in level 3.
It looks like Sock and Chest Jerk are both headed to level 1, while Liquid Husband is headed over to level 3 spot.
Yeah, this is kind of the route divergence at the very beginning of the game. You see, this is kind of the crux of the first 30 seconds. Where's everybody going to go? The people that are going 3, the reason you do it is because if you can scroll over there, 3 is kind of out of the way. It's in the southwest, and it's not really connected to a lot of other levels other than level 7, which you need the recorder for. So some people like to scroll over there. That's what you're seeing Liquid Husband do right now. Everyone else, they're going to level 1.
Hello, Vanilla level 1. And
yeah, we knew 1 was going to be here. Now, just what's the
shit? Right.
That's what we got to figure out right now.
And well, there's the key on the floor in level 3.
That's the nice thing about going to 3 sometimes is that you can get a key or some resources to help you get through level 1. Level 1's a huge treasure trove of 3 items that they want to get to.
I believe I just saw wand pickup for Chest Jerk.
Yeah, wand and 1 is huge because that's 2 points of damage plus it's distance combat, which means you can fire it across the room and you're doing white sword damage, and you always have beams with the wand. It is a fantastic tool, and to find it in the first 2 minutes of a match, that's a huge find for everybody that's going level 1.
Wand is pretty big, and we have a Goma. Can't deal with that jerk right now.
No, but we see both floor items now, the heart and the wand. So we got a heart and wand in level 1, which means that you don't have to deal with that Goma. We know where the Triforce is. It's up at the north, so that Goma will not come into play.
The only way they would have to redive this dungeon is if the Triforce is ladder blocked or Goma blocked. Or you know, 3 ways, now I think about it. If there is a Dig Dogger sitting on top of it.
Yeah, it's the worst. You get all the way up there, you make the trek all the way up, 9-10 rooms into the dungeon, and then you see a boss you can't handle, and it's like, oh my gosh, really?
Almighty Bobino is leaving level 1.
And Liquid Husband has found a heart container inside level 3, so not what you want to see at the very beginning, but, as long as he's able to traverse this and get through level 3 without having to come back to it later, it doesn't matter because everybody else has to do the exact same path that he is. So no time lost here for Liquid Husband yet, but he wanted something like a wand like everybody else got out of.
And we have a room that could possibly be the staircase for I'm a Sock.
It looks like it is, unless it's a segment. Let's see what we've got.
And it's a heart container.
Alright, so kind of a bummer. Again, you're looking for some items like the raft and recorder to get you inside of 4 and 7, but getting a couple heart containers early on is going to help you with defense, and it's also going to get you that white sword item at the top of the lake. So you always want to get up to 5 or 6 before you go that way, so a couple early heart containers is not a bad.
Just walk into the room, and there's a Dorito on the floor. I'm a Sock is picking it up, and is the first out of level 1.
Yeah, that's kind of the dream, is that there's not really a lot of hard combat. You found all the items pretty quickly. Now you see Sock doing up A here. He's going to 3 to follow Liquid Husband in. The difference is going to be, though, Sock has a wand, whereas Liquid Husband came in here with just the...
And I would like to point out, we have Wizrobes and Dark Nuts on the overworld.
Oh, and thanks to that overworld find, we just found a recorder sitting here under the Armos in the east, so that's going to get them into 7. So a good early find by Bobino, being able to pick up the recorder here in the east, and that's going to allow him to zip all over the overworld whenever he's getting Triforces, and again, give him access to level 7 there.
Right you are. That pipe is required. And he's just trying to probably get some bombs from these red Dark Nuts before he heads into 2. 2 is different from every other dungeon in that it only has 2 floor drops, no staircase items. Now, I think in this flag set, it can be segmented.
Definitely. A lot of times level 2 is very narrow and you get some blocks sometimes. So having bombs coming in here was a wise move for Bobino, because you could have to open up a path that, is just not open to you without.
Liquid Husband. Ooh, hello there, croissants on the floor. And 3.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag there. You want that to be able to get around the forward spots on the overworld, but it's not necessary to beat the game. So seeing it and not able to grab it's kind of a bummer, but it's not going to hinder him in any way. He's got it in his mind, okay, now I just need a staircase item, get the Triforce, and get out. So that's one item that you don't mind being ladder blocked early on. You'd like to have it, but it's not a necessity.
And I feel like level 2 over here, from what I can see... Hello, normal boomerang. I feel like level 2 looks very ladder blocked right there.
It feels that way, doesn't it? It was good to be able to see that the boomerang was there, and there's the heart that's underground for Imasak in 3 that we knew about. It's good to see that because you can check that off your item. Okay, that's not the bow, it's not the silvers. So even though he couldn't get across the water to get it, it's just one more thing off his checklist that he doesn't have to worry.
Imasak has picked up the heart container from level 3 staircase, and Cheshire is entering level 6. Again, the good news... Go on.
No, I was going to say it's interesting because level 6 is one of the bigger levels, so this is a very risk-reward play for Cheshire early on. Finding the floor item, though, is fantastic because now all he's doing is looking for staircases in a Triforce.
Also, well, just a million manhandlers.
Yeah, and they're the worst sometimes when you're green tunic like this because they take 1 heart every time you get hit. But my gosh, there's a compass. He's not going to even worry about the stair item, I don't think. I think Chester's going to bounce after this. This was a very good 6 for Chester.
And, you know, just writing out that second item, hoping that it's like another heart container. I mean, it's a very good chance it is.
Well, and the one thing we know from seeing Bobino is that he's going to be able to get the recorder under the Armos item, so Chester can come back to 6 later if he needs to. He doesn't know it yet, but this seed's actually going to help him out in that regard.
Oh. Imasak has found a Gleeok. And has picked up the compass and now knows that the Triforce in level 3 is all the way in that bottom corner. Well, not quite the bottom corner. Like 1 column off.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we came in here, if we're actually connected here or we need a staircase, but it looks like he's going north now, so looks like maybe this is a staircase he's got to take down there.
Uh-oh.
Chester, give him a little high five there in that doorway. He's getting ready to pick up this heart.
Liquid Husband's about to pick up another heart container. Now, 6 heart containers is actually pretty nice, simply because it guarantees you the white sword item.
Yeah, absolutely. Early on, you'll never turn down a heart container. Once you get red ring, the white sword item, those types of things, if you're sitting at 9 or 10 hearts, you start thinking about, okay, I see a heart container. Am I really going to go get him? I'm going to take the 10 or 15 seconds. And that's a thought process that some people have. But early on, you definitely want to see heart containers for that white sword item.
Imasak has picked up their second Triforce piece out of level 3. And knowing they do not have to redive it for anything is just going to be right out of here.
Yeah, I bet Imasak goes east now. Yeah, I think he's going to go towards level 2, white sword, that type of thing with 6 hearts. So pretty smooth sailing so far. The seed has really... allowed Imasak to kind of do what he wants early on. Not a lot of blocks for him.
Oh, hello. Just don't get shot in the face by a Wizrobe.
That's the cool thing about these flags is that with the mixed overworld here, you see the Wizrobes, and they're a pain on the overworld, but the great news is once you go underground in the dungeons, you're not going to see a single one. So it's kind of a mixed bag, and you like that. You like seeing Wizrobes as long as they're not at a choke point for you in the overworld.
Like, I would say these forest screens are bad places for them. Not necessarily bad places for Dark Nuts.
Yeah, the forest is kind of tough here because you see a lot of these like single row things. You can't really avoid them or get through, so it's kind of just grin and bear it. Imasak now getting ready to get this recorder.
Again, Piss Pipe is now able to enter level 7. I don't think we're going to see anyone go for an early level 7 dive. I can always hope.
Yeah, and the little difference here between the vanilla level 7 and Shapes is that the Shape 7 is not nearly as large as your vanilla 7. It's not going to be 33 rooms like you're used to in vanilla, so it's a little easier, but yeah, it's tough to dig early on until you get a little defense behind.
And Liquid Husband has picked up the raft from the white sword spot, so that gives him access to level 4.
Wow, so check this out, Paranoia. Our overworld gave us 2 items that are necessary to beat the seed. We get the raft and the recorder. So all these guys have to do underground is find the bow, the silvers, and a ladder, and they're good to go. This is a pretty quote-unquote jet-free seed as long as the rest of this isn't trolley.
My prediction is silvers on the coast with the ladder like hidden somewhere really, really painful.
Yeah, we can always hope, right? Wow, and 2's Triforce is pretty free. So, yeah, you see Chest Jerk got his Triforce in 3. So 1, 3, 6, he's got 3 Triforces. Imasok's got 3 now, 1, 2, and 3. So they're stacking up the Triforces pretty quick.
Imasok is going back in to dig out the floor items, though.
Yeah, in a seed like this, I mean, or in a level like this, you don't blame him for doing this. He still needs bow to his knowledge. He still needs ladder and silvers. Hasn't seen any of those. 2's a smaller dungeon. This one kind of makes sense to go ahead and do.
As Liquid Husband is now diving 5. 5 is like right on that cusp between pretty big and annoying to just kind of, middling.
Yeah, 5 won't normally be my first dungeon, but the nice thing about 5 is it usually hooks you up with keys. So you'll see Liquid Husband probably come out of here with a few more keys. He should probably end up with 5 or 6, as long as he's not blocked like this everywhere. You see some river rims and stuff in 5 too. You can get some blocks, but you usually get hooked up with keys pretty nicely in 5.
Imasok looking to pick up some rupees. I believe that's a vanilla medium secret.
Yeah, the only Armos that are going to change places are if the Armos item has shifted. So we saw it was in the small secret there on the right side of the forest. So the small secret is now in the vanilla where the power bracelet would be. So that's the only 2 that would shift. Every other Armos is going to be exactly what they should.
I know, but I was also commenting on the money.
Gotcha, no problem. So if you're watching this as a viewer and not really rooting for any one of the 4 or whatnot, just kind of watch and know that this is a very fast seed. These guys are going to have to make very quick decisions. So far, people 2, 3 Triforces about 12 minutes in. This is one of those that has all the makings of a 45-minute, 40-minute winner. So these guys can't die. They can't take any bad deaths. They've got to do very quick combat, make good decisions inside of levels if they want to win this thing.
And Imasok has picked up the raft.
Yeah, pretty natural routing we see for a lot of these guys. They went east and then they went northeast to grab the white sword item. So nothing out of the ordinary other than Chest Jerk's early dip into 6, which paid off. We saw it pay off. And Bobino is here in 7. He took a look in 7 as well. Now we'll see what he decides to do this way.
Headed up to 6, it looks like.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Liquid Husband looks like he's looking for a candle. I think he's going to go make a 2-8 play here in a second. So I found some cheap bombs. Bombs are like $2.
Explosives are so devalued today.
Yeah,
not that I think anyone would care.
Liquid Husband,
no! So close to the rare shop, and yet so far.
Yeah, the issue is going to be is if that rare shop has a candle, he's either got to walk all the way back there or hope for red candle or something like that. I don't. He's just going to grin and bear it and just go back.
Because sometimes that blue candle in the rare shop is your only option for a candle.
Yeah, absolutely. If you got a red candle in 9 or something, you got to make do with the blue candle. This could be a great play on Liquid Husband's part. You could have an early silvers or something like that inside of level 8. Now he's able to find that. It looks like he's going to 4 right now, though. Instead, he's looking for some bombs, but he's got 8, so he just needs to get up there if he can.
Just having a little bit of an issue with those red dark nuts. It's fine.
Oh no! And another
Almighty Babino has unleashed the fury of the Manhandla.
Yeah, it was rough. 2 deaths on screen that we saw there. Liquid Husband's died now a couple times over there. Bobino took a death inside of 6. So you got to be very, very careful in seeds like this that are quote unquote fast. That you can't take these. They're really, really going to punish you.
Just to be very careful. Oh, like we said. Oh, That explains what killed Liquid Husband. I missed it. It was Wiz Ropes.
Exactly. Yeah, it was not a good welcoming party once you set sail across the raft there. All right, so this is interesting. Everybody's kind of in their own little level right now. Liquid Husband's in 4, Imasock's in 5, Chest Jerk's getting the white sword at him, Bobino's in 6. We're getting a lot of info.
Look, Redbird, you see what? Did you see what I see? Did you see Speedworms?
Oh no, did we see him? I did not see it. I apologize.
Liquid Husband was trying to clip into stairs with Speedworms on screen.
Nice.
And that is
fine. Yeah, that was a very good bomb upgrade. I don't know if you're going to call that out. It's a 6 bomb upgrade for only $77. If you come into 5 with money, that is an instant purchase. Anytime you're south of 100, it's a good deal on bombs, and that was a great deal for Imasock there.
There is nothing better than hello there, Buck. Would you like some reading material? I don't think Liquid Husband is going for it.
Like this, and you go to a level like level 5 that's very close to 100 secret, or level 3 or level 7 that's close to another 100 secret. A lot of times you want to pick those up because if you were able to get that bomb upgrade or find it in a level that you're close to, then when you're digging for that bomb hole in shapes, you've got way more bombs to work with, and it's so much easier to get through that level. So it was very heads up at Imasock to have the money coming in here. And Chester.
Oh, we have a map. Oh, silver's in 5. Silvers have been dug out of 5.
Yeah, that's an awesome find too, because with these flags, we know bow cannot be in 9. So all these runners, once they find the silvers in 5, it's gonna put a smile on your face because you know you're not gonna sit there and make the gamble that silvers might be at 9. That's the only one of the required items that can be at 9. And once you find those silvers, it makes the digging so much easier and more worthwhile because everything else you need is outside of that level.
What I will note, the only thing that would be nice that may not be necessarily required still is the ladder. Now,
I think what we're seeing in 2, what we saw in 2, no, ladder was not required in 2, I guess. Yeah, I haven't seen a true ladder block.
Okay, I want you to name the ink blot for 6, and 4 here.
Oh, 6, I barely missed. It was like an upside-down field goal post for football. Oh, no, never mind. Hold on.
It looks more like a... looks more like a dinosaur to me.
You remember those guys with the real long necks? I can't remember what show it was on, but they just said, yep, 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 all the time. That's what it looks like to me.
All right. Now, what about 4 here?
I might be dating myself there, because I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about. What is level 4? I don't know. It's a shape that you have to go through, unfortunately, with 2 segments that are so close to each other they might as well be connected. But there's one room that I think Fred put in there, conveniently to make you have to take a stair. That's what level 4 is.
Yeah. You can never have enough bombs. Imasock is now hunting for a candle. His chest shirt is exiting level 6, having picked up the Triforce piece.
Yeah, 6 is Triforce being pretty quick is just, it's very, very nice.
It looks like they also had the Triforce piece for 3. And Gibdos are on the overworld. There's so many things on the overworld that has so much health.
Yeah, Sokka's trying to go through here and systematically find a bomb hole. Liquid Husband has the map, but it hasn't proven to be a very easy 4 to get through. He's got 2 keys. There's 3 rooms over here. He's going to decide to blow one. This is a stair, so this could be exactly what Liquid Husband's looking for. Let's see what's in 4.
Or it leads him to that other segment. Either is possible.
I think what this is right now is Liquid Husband's going to come out where Imasock was, and Imasock's coming out where Liquid Husband was. I think that's the stair that's taking him back and forth. Oh no, this is triple segmented. There are 5 stairs inside of here. My gosh, my fault. It was different stairs.
What a wonderful... What a wonderful map.
I didn't even click that the bottom there was not connected. I saw it as a C, and oh, the book is in 4. At least he found the floor item, but again, he's going to pass on it because it's going to turn his wand into a fireball that can also hurt him.
Right, and so I know Liquid Husband has seen the floor drop in here. I think he's just killing things to maybe recoup some key losses, because he's burned a lot of keys here in level 4.
Yeah, not a bad idea as long as the enemy set is pretty easy and you only get a couple of them. I mean, you got the wand and a sword, you're swinging both at the same time, you're doing 3 points of damage. So it makes a lot of sense to try to recoup some ki.
Particularly since nothing here is really super, it's not like you have Wiz Robes, which are immune to any swing of the wand handle or the Magic Blast.
Yeah, these dungeons have been pretty forgiving with enemies for sure.
Speed Worms.
Yeah, those guys are nuts. Luckily, if you got a right doorway like that, Liquid Husband can go back in there and just take the wand and just take him out from distance. But he's going to clear this room here. This won't drop anything. It's one of those dice rooms that they call. It looks like a 5, pipped dice. That can only drop something in level 1, so there's really no need to clear that room out. But it's one of those hidden things. We have
the red ring in level 4.
Chest Jerk and Imasock finding it at the same time.
And Imasock picking up that Triforce. Oh, I see where it was. So you see where the Triforce room was? It also had the staircase to the item room.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you could go through almost everything else and not find anything.
Liquid Husband did not explore that staircase.
Yeah, I think he took a different stair and unfortunately took him to the south part that's not going to find him anything. It looks like he went down there, though. That's wild. I don't know what he missed.
Yeah, he picked up the Triforce and then did not go back into that room to check the staircase. I don't think he checked the staircase before he...
I gotcha. That could definitely hold you up, and you have to go back through the level. We see Bobino now maybe going back into 1. Quietly, Chest Jerk has 6 Triforces paranoid.
No one has a candle.
Yeah, do we have a candle purchase or not? I haven't seen one on stream yet. I
don't think we've seen one.
No.
And Liquid Husband hugs a bunny, trying to get into that staircase for his red ring.
That's such a bummer, man. That's the 3rd time that he's been either on the screen he wanted to be, with the Armos for the candle, level 4 dying there, and then now right there at the stairway. Those deaths just really add up in terms of time. That's, probably 3 or 4 minutes right there that are gone just from deaths right before he needed to get to Pater.
And now, from what we've seen, I think the bow has to be in 8 or locked away somewhere in 6.
Yeah, that bow's pretty elusive right now. I think 8 is a really good play. You got 3 items there in level 8. They need
it's
to
ladder
get
locked
and
in
get over there as soon as possible.
Because I think we only dug 1 item out of 2. We only saw the wooden boomerang.
Yeah, it could be a required double dip of 2 for sure. Chest Jerk finding the compass in 7. This is going to be another decently quick Triforce, but again, missing some key items for Chest Jerk.
We missed it. Imasock has picked up the bow.
The bow is the floor item in 7 then?
I believe so.
Wow, that's huge. So he's got silvers for sure. So all Imasock needs now is the ladder. He's going to 6. Chest Jerk, we saw explore 6 briefly. Nobody's been into 8. Maybe the ladder's an 8.
It could be an 8, and there's also the chance that ladder is just not required this seed. Which is, I feel, very rare.
Yeah, definitely. We have Chest Jerk now. He's kind of exploring 7. Knows where the Triforce is. I don't know if he's looking for maybe a stair to get over there or whatnot. Maybe he's blocked off from it, but going through this 7 with some purpose right now inside these rooms.
Oh, apparently the bow was a floor item in level 5.
I gotcha. Thanks, chat. Appreciate it. right, so we do see Sock in 6. Finds a stair right away. Not sure if it's the same one that Chester had found, if he had found one or not. Trying to do a little reverse clip into there. So to heck with that, going around doing the easier one.
Mighty Babino is now exploring 5 and has picked up the bow.
Nice. So 5 had your bow and your silvers, and the outside, the overworld, gave you everything else except for the ladder. So all they need right now is this ladder.
Meanwhile, we have a Wizrobe just deciding it's going to live in the Earth's subscreen. As they do. Chester gets the Triforce out of 7.
Yeah, so 7th Triforce at 25 minutes. He's sitting there thinking, okay, where's my bow, though? You know, we know I believe he found the silvers inside of 5. We know he didn't find the bow because he's cycling through items and it's not there. So he's in there like, okay, now I've got to recount where I'm going. Doesn't have a candle yet, I don't believe, so maybe a candle purchase is on his agenda.
Imasok just deciding to berserk on through that manhandle with the wand, which he can do quite easily with that red ring. Picks up the compass, which we know is in the Triforce is in the room right next door.
Yeah, so getting through here, I mean, he's got that red ring, like you said, just red ring, wand, GG. Nothing can really hurt me. There's no Wizrobes underground, like we said. Everything that they're going to throw at you inside of levels can be pretty easily handled. So the first one to 8 is going to be the important one here. I think our ladder is an 8. Yeah, that's my instincts right now.
Don't think anything is in any of the other dungeons, and that would be the last possible thing that could be blocking finishing the seed.
Yeah, after Imasok grabbed that Triforce out of 6, he's got the Triforce now, Jiggly. I think that the better play might be to go to 8, because you need the Triforce there still. You can always whistle back to 6 with that recorder. So I think heading into 8 is probably what he wants to do. This could completely pay off, but this is a huge dungeon if you've already got the Triforce to sit here and redig.
And Chester is, I believe, about to head on over to 2 in order to grab himself his entryway into level 8. Unfortunately, he's still going to need to find the bow.
Yeah, that's going to trip him up. And again, the good thing for him is that we know the bow has to be outside of 9. So he's just going to sit there with the recorder and he's going to go through every level from smallest to biggest, or whatever he has left to biggest, to find it and retrack his steps. So he's going to go through 1, 2, 3. So you'll probably see a redig from Chester on 2.
So I believe Imasok and Liquid Husband have both picked up the Triforce piece out of 6. So Mighty Bino is about to pick up the Triforce piece out of 4 and probably check out that staircase just in case first.
Yeah, definitely. This would be a pretty heads-up play. Don't grab that Triforce without checking. That's what Liquid Husband did. We saw, unfortunately, the mistake there. The issue for Bobino is he's still on green tunic, so he's sitting there looking at that Triforce. It's really juicy, but he's like, nope, I'm going to get to that stairway even if I die.
I do appreciate the 7 rupees from the small secret.
Yeah, those rupees are ammo. Those are very, very important rupees, sir.
And they're also bombs. Precious, precious bombs, which you never have enough of.
Yeah, $2 bombs, silvers, just getting them out of 5 like that. I mean, this is a pretty easy combat seed, but you still got to find this trolley ladder.
Looks like El Mighty Babino is going to head off to find the floor item. I believe it's the book. This is 4, so it is the book.
Yeah, we know it's the book. He's going to find it up here. Just don't go south. I think that's the key here.
Imasok has found the candle shop and needs 4 rupees. Mugging those Octoroks didn't quite help.
Yeah, definitely. To give everybody in a chat just a little kind of a heads up if you joined us later or whatnot, basically the seed boils down to the overworld gave us everything we needed, and anything that it didn't, 5 did, gave us the bow and silvers. We are looking right now for the ladder. That's what they're trying to find.
I believe that was a Coast Heart container.
No, it was the red candle actually on the coast, which is hysterical because if the ladder is inside of 8, then you had to have the blue candle to be able to get the red candle. So that's pretty funny to me if this ladder's an 8.
Imasak just marching through the overworld, not even caring about the enemies. He has the red rain. Chef Jerk is popping into a shop, probably hoping for something.
You're not quite sure what. Did he come into like a meat block or something? Is he trying to find the meat? I'm not sure what Chester could have found to make him leave 8 like that. He's definitely looking for 100 secrets, so he's going to get some money for something. I think maybe...
Oh, yeah, we have a meat block.
Yeah, it could be a meat block. Imasak's trying to bomb out of it. He's got one column on the right there. If he can get through there, nope, he's going to go south. He might be finding out what Chester just did.
Because he only has the 1 rupee. And 1 rupee will not get you through a blue Goma.
You try to pay him off? Yeah, that doesn't work by the way. Chester says, I don't care if it's required or not. I'm going to go ahead and get this meat, get back in there, and I think that just confirms it. There is a meat block in 8.
Oh, do you love to see it?
Do I like to see a meat block? Heck no, man.
I mean, if you're not playing.
Yeah, if you're not playing, sure, whatever. But when I am playing, no, definitely not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Imasak's got some ways to go here to the left.
And we have a very segmented 8.
Yeah, that 8's no fun. And I think Imasak is bombing all the ways that we see on Cheshjerk's screen that he cannot go right now. His rooms match Cheshjerk's, and the only way to get up to that stair was through that meat block. So,
which means we had a meat block at 8.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, your wingman, this old man here to the left, is the only other room that could have taken you north, but he's blocking the way there too, so you have to get that meat.
And our first item out of 8 is the white sword. Imasak is unfortunately going to have to go get meat before he can continue exploring 8.
Yeah, he needs some money first. That's his priority. He's got to get some money and then find the meat shop. There's like 20-ish rooms over here on the left side of 8, so it's not going to be a fun dig on Cheshjerk's side.
Those, the Triforce guarded by speed worms. Less threatening when you have a red rain and, a wand and a white sword.
Yeah, Chester's going to clear this room out again. This is the unique room in 4 that can only drop in 4, so it's not going to drop anything for him. But he is looking really, really hard for this ladder in here, I think. Actually, he's still looking for bow. He does not have bow.
Look what husband has dug the Triforce out of 2.
So interesting. We've got a pretty decent race because Imasak has stuff that Cheshjerk doesn't, even though Cheshjerk has the Triforce lead. So this is going to be very interesting down the stretch here.
I think they're both even on Triforce pieces. I have seen Imasak's... Oh, there's the ladder in 8, by the way, as we predicted. I have seen Imasak's sub-screen on the overworld, and he's only missing 1 piece.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Imasak can absolutely fly and win any of these races, no matter the field. And we got 20-something people in this field today. He can win these things hands down. So getting the map here, he's going to confirm what he knew before. This was a segmented piece that he had to have that mute. Bobino back in 1, going to play some cleanup here to get some Triforces and whatnot. Now he's got some more resources. You see Liquid has been going into 8, has that intuition that something's got to be in there. There's 3 items. He's going to be rewarded with the ladder, which is also going to give him the red candle as well if he wants it.
Well, Cheshire has already picked up, I think, all the Triforce pieces. However, he is still looking for that bow.
Yeah, that's the difference between him and Imasak is that Cheshire, is going to go back into level 2 and look for the second item there. I'm not sure if he saw the heart container and the power bracelet in 3. I know he saw the heart container. I'm not sure if he saw the power bracelet on the ground, so he might even be going back to 3 at least. It's going to be really interesting to see when Cheshire enters 9 because him needing this bow right now.
Cheshire has dug the Triforce out of 8. He has all 8, I believe. He just needs to dig the bow out wherever it is, out of 5.
Yeah, so his first step is going to level 2. This is natural. You're going to go to the smallest dungeon you can first, see what the second item is. So this is time that Imasak and any other runner that found the bow inside of 5 is not going to have. So the story of Cheshirk's finish here is going to be how fast can he find all the other items until he gets to level 5 to find that bow. So it's those secondary items that you're going to find inside of these levels here. He sees 1. Now we need another floor item in 2 for him.
And Imasak has picked up their ladder. They're in guaranteed go mode.
Yeah, Imasak's ready to roll. I mean, in 37-minute having everything walking into 9, that's going to be pretty sick on Imasak's side. He played this seed very, very well so far.
The Triforce 8 is out. They have all the Triforce pieces. They're going to be headed straight to 9.
So this is a good feeling. You've got everything. I mean, you're not hunting for anything inside of 9 either, so that's going to be a great feeling for Sock.
And he's at 1. That is close enough. In fact, I think that's pretty much ideal.
Yeah, that's the place in the vanilla route that you actually blow to when you're going to 9. So it's the fastest entry point to get to where he's going.
Currently, Imasak is in go mode. Cheshire needs the bow, but he's in the right place for it.
Yeah, so his cleanup here is going smoothly. So he must have seen both items in 2. We know he saw both in 4. So coming to 5 is natural after 2 there. So this is or 3 before. So this is pretty natural cleanup that you see a lot of runners do. It didn't surprise me Cheshire came here after that.
Now, can you explain to me what our runners are looking for in level 6 here? Not level 6, level 9?
Yeah, so the couple things they're looking for the princess, of course, but most importantly, what they're doing is they're looking for Ganon first. Ganon's going to be the one that's going to roar from at least a room away. If you're next to him, you're going to hear his sound, unless it's masked by something, an enemy or whatnot. But they're going to go through as fast as humanly possible. It's pretty much an 8x8 grid that's filled with rooms. They got to get through here, and then once they've killed Ganon, they're going to find Zelda in a room that has a shutter door that pops open. So that's what they're looking for inside of 9.
All right. And again, now level 9 is the largest of any of these dungeons, I believe. Bar none.
Yeah, for sure. So the way that the game actually puts these dungeons into order is 1 through 6. Those 6 are going to share an 8x16, and then 7, 8, and 9 are going to share an 8x16, and 9 gets an 8x8 to itself. So by far the biggest dungeon, the most rooms, and that's why sometimes you can sit and spend, almost half your seat inside of level 9 because how many rooms you have to go through.
Now, maybe
Cheshire now has
everything
everything he needs. Yeah, he's going to join Imasak inside of 9, so Chester's going to be in here a couple minutes after Imasak. Imasak has a couple-minute lead on here.
Now, the other thing to know about level 9, if you find a shutter door that does not open when you clear out all the enemies in the room, that's Zelda. You still have to kill the pig in order to get to her.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking for that as you're going through. So as you're looking for Ganon, if you happen to come across a room that's only got one shutter door, And we'll tell you when we see one, but that could tip you off to where Zelda is, because that door won't open until you kill Ganon. So it's a good way to find her as you're looking for him. This is one right here. It's a shutter door on the right. If this does not pop open right here on Imasok's screen, just like that. Oh, no, never mind. We have a Wall Master. Those things will do that to you. If you don't find that Wall Master, sometimes you'll think it's one thing and it's actually not. So good thing Sock found that Wall Master there.
Wall Masters are not helping. The ladder definitely is, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's required, but it's definitely helped the navigation here. We got Chest Jerk now also inside of 9, so I'm going to play a little follow the leader here. Imasok grabbing the map, and you see the difference between 9 and the rest of the levels. It just completely fills this thing. They've got to go through all of that and find the 2 pieces they need.
It looks like a ship.
It's like a ship. It looks like what I would paint if I was trying to paint like a sunny picture. It just all ends up in like just blue splotches everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's 8 spots taken out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 64 minus 8, so we're looking at 56 rooms there. It's the easiest way to count 9 is to count the number of black rooms and subtract from 64. That's a good question, Malcor. I don't know if it's been required, but it sure sped up some of the navigation, just because you don't have to find workarounds and whatnot. I haven't seen too many, 1/3 rooms that has the river on the right side or the top currently, but I saw some water inside of 9, and it's just one thing that you don't have to think about. You can navigate easier.
And as we mentioned earlier, those Wall Masters can sometimes give you a false positive.
Yeah, they absolutely can. It's kind of this is a cool dynamic, because I think I see Chest Jerk taking more stairs than Imasok. Imasok's kind of going through, and that's kind of, there's 2 ways to play level 9. You can either take all the stairs or take none of them when you're looking for it. It's really kind of cool to see this. Now we're going to see Chest Jerk find the exact same room that Imasok did. Think maybe it's Zelda. Oh, there's a Wall Master. Hope he saw it. And I hope he did not mark down that was Zelda, because he flew out of there without killing that Wall Master. Chest Jerk may think he knows where Zelda is currently, and I think he might have a mismark on his map if he does.
Kill these ropes, make sure it's not Zelda. It is not Zelda.
Bobino just found the power bracelet there in 2. In 3, still continuing through. I don't know if he's looking for the path to the Triforce or the second item in here, which we know is a heart container.
This almighty Bobino is taking on Ugliok in 3.
Another room there. The NSU rooms are really tripping him up, because that Wall Master is not going to come out until you get close. And unfortunately, in an NSU room, there's only 6 tiles of ground. They're going to put you close to a wall. So it's interesting to see them go through, think they've got it, and then all of a sudden they find a Wall Master again, and surprise, it's not Zelda. So this has been a really curious 9 to watch the exploration on.
9 sometimes 9 just has like that one bomb hole that leads you to a staircase that gets you to a segment you cannot get to otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 will absolutely get you, for sure.
I hear pork.
Yeah, so you hear the roar again in there, which means you're 1 room away. You don't know which way, but you know you're only 1 room away, which is why you see Sock just diving into rooms right now.
And he's going to kill these fast to make sure that door opened. We know which room the pig is in. Pig has been located.
And Chest Jerk's not far behind, because I think the stair up there was somewhere down around here, so I think Chest Jerk's probably 30 seconds away or whatnot. We do have a fight here from Imasok in Ganon's room that it was not shuffled.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Imasok showed great knowledge in that fight, catching Ganon a couple times in the north and then knowing exactly where to plant that second and third hit. So Great fight by Imasak on his side. Now he's just looking for a door that's going to pop open with or without enemies in it. So this is a hunt now for Imasak, but he's definitely got the lead on Chester right now.
And I think he has the exploration lead, because at this point you want to be have exploring as many rooms as you can, looking for Zelda.
And the cool thing is you can kind of just take some of the interior ones because the walls beside you are going to pop. And then all of a sudden, if you go through a couple rows or a couple, rooms in a row where you don't see, you can't go to the right or whatnot, you're going to start bombing and getting curious on what's right or what's left of you. So watching people try to find the girl is almost as interesting as the rest of the seed itself.
Cheshire is also, I think, no, not quite finding the right staircase, but I think they'll get it soon.
You got to make your way up to that northeast side. So that's Cheshire is trying to get up there, and I think you're completely blocked off. I do think it's a magic staircase to get up to that northeast quadrant. And there's the door. That's the one that popped open. Is she on the other side of this? She should be.
Yep.
There she is for Imasak. Yeah, get your GGs out. We do have Imasak, which is first place on the stream, second place overall with a final time of 46 minutes flat. Imasak absolutely crushed this seed. GGs to Imasak.
GG to Imasak. I believe we're going to see if he wants to come in for an interview in just a moment. And I think we are joined by him. Yeah, I think you're as excited as I am to talk to Imasak here. So let's see if he is in chat with us.
Yes, sir.
Dude, GG's, man. Flying, dude.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, your natural skill took over for sure. You just killed the seat. I mean, like everything you did was correct and played very, very well today.
Yeah, I was a little worried at first when I saw 2 was ladder blocked, and I was like, wow, I can't get any of the items out of here. And then 5 appeared to be mostly ladder blocked. And then I got to 6, and that was mostly ladder blocked, and I'm like, something's not right here. I was like, am I going to have to go back into 7 or what? And so I'm like, you know what? I took the chance. I bailed out of both and went and found my candle, saw the meat was there, and I went, oh, just my luck. And then I thought I'd poke around a bit in 8 just in case. I knew there was an easy path to the Triforce once I saw it was only like 2 rooms away, but I was like, just on the off chance there is a ladder here, I'm going to look for it.
I think it was a wise decision. I'm not sure if the ladder was required with Zelda's room was a block room. I don't know if you needed it, but it sure helped with the navigation. It's kind of a comforting feeling, right? Once you get that ladder and you're like, okay, no matter what 9 throws at me, I can navigate.
Right. That was my main concern. Was I was like, this is looking to be a ladderless seed if it, sort of goes well. But yeah, I thought, well, it couldn't hurt to poke around a few rooms. So that was a big 8. But I thought, well, I'm down in this direction. Let me just check. But yeah, I don't think ladder was required.
Yeah, I think that's pretty heads up though, because if you have to redig 8, let's say you go somewhere else and you're ladder blocked all of a sudden in 9, and you've got to go redig for ladder, that's a tough place to get back to, or a long place to get back to. So poking around 3, 4, 5 rooms, I think is very heads up.
Yeah, and I figured with being able to grab some of those easy Triforces early on, I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with coming back because I found the recorder really easily. That was another one of those things where I was like, you know what? I'm right here. I need the money to get the candle eventually. Let me just see if there's an Armos item here instead of where it would normally spawn. And I mean, everything just kept falling right into my lap, and it was just like, wow.
Yeah, and you can say that, but again, you got to be able to take advantage of that. Chestrick actually was with you on Triforces and actually had a Triforce lead at one moment, but was not able to pull out the bow and silvers from 5. I think he just found the Triforce and bounced. So he had to redig 2 and 5 for that, and then followed you into 9 and is kind of having a trolley 9 right now. But being able to take advantage when the seed gives you that is what makes a good player good, and that's what you are, man.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was just I was so scared at a couple parts where I'm like, I'm I'm bailing on these dungeons too early. But I thought with the crowd of people that is in this right now, I'm like, I got to take the gamble. I got to take the chance. And this time it paid off. I don't know if it did last Sunday when I took a pretty poor seed there, but I think this time it worked out really well.
I think Cheshire has found the quadrant with the pig.
Yeah, you come out of that stairway and you hear Ganon, and you're like, okay, the 2 doors that are open, let's check those. And you're like, of course, I've got to kill 8 keys to get to the left here and get Ganon. But yeah, Chester there, and like I said, he had a pretty good seat himself. He actually went into 6 very early and was able to find the Triforce and didn't have to go back up that way, so that was nice for him. But kind of followed you into 9 because he had to go back into 5 and find those 2 pieces. So, Sock, how often do seeds give you the raft, recorder, and the overworld, and one dungeon give you the bow and the silvers? That was crazy, man.
Never. Basically never.
Have you been doing a lot of practice seeds and whatnot, or you just been just kind of playing, whenever you can qualify, do the qualifier?
Most of it's just been in the qualifiers. I mean, I did last Sunday, and I haven't played a seed since then. And I took 17th last Sunday, and I just felt really frustrated. And I was like, as soon as shapes popped up, I initially thought this will be the thing that kind of gets me an even footing, and I don't think it did. But I think I swung the exact opposite direction this time.
Yeah, shapes are swingy for sure. But to put up like the ultra low times, and just to fill chat in as Chester finishes here, get your GGs out for Chester with a 3rd place time of 51:25. To put up times like a 46-minute, a 51:25, and chat doesn't know this yet, but 1st place was C Falcon tonight with a 39:04, which is ridiculous. There's a lot of skill that comes with even the swinginess of shapes, so a lot to be commended on tonight for you, Sock.
Yeah, a sub 40 for Sea Falcon. Sub 40 in shapes is just insane. It's just absurd.
Yeah, I think chat was kind of alluding to the fact that he didn't do any of the digging inside of 8 and didn't get the ladder, so he finished 9 without a ladder. And that would probably do it to give you, 2, 3, 4 minutes there.
Yeah, for sure.
So it looks like the dot duns are starting to steadily roll in now.
Yeah, we can do a little recap here. Sea Falcon was in 1st with a 39:04. Sock on stream, 2nd place with a 46. Chestjerk on stream with a 3rd place. We had 2nd and 3rd on stream, which is great, with a 51:25. Adirondack Rick is finished in 4th with a 51:47, and Ice Blue just finished in 5th with a 52:44. And I believe with that Dean, are we joined by Chestjerk? Let's pull him in here a second. There he is, Mr. Chestjerk. GG's as well.
GG. Thank you very much.
Yeah, GG Chester.
Yeah, Chester, we got Sock in here too, and we were kind of recapping on a seed that gave you everything in the overworld to get everywhere in the overworld. Just had to find them bow and silvers, and I think that was the one difference between the two of you, was just leaving those in 5.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Given where I think my main problem was 9. I just spent 8 hours in 9. I don't know. Went all the wrong directions.
It was a messy 9. I hit about 2/3 of it myself.
I am well over 2/3. I'm pretty sure.
Was it a magic stair to the northeast?
It sure was.
Yeah, it looked
I'm curious
like it
if
was
the stair. I'm not sure where the stairs near start were that I never took. I don't know where they went, but I bombed every single possible wall to get to the northeast, and none of them bombed.
Yeah, there was 2 stairs just close to the magic stair, one north and one west, and both of those took you to the northwest quadrant as well. So I never even got to the southwest, but yeah, those both took you to no man's land.
Nice. I walked along the southwest, found a whole lot of nothing. And I was so sure I found Zelda's room too in the middle of the map, and I was trolled by a wall master apparently. Didn't even know it.
That happened to me.
I'm lucky I went back. I'm lucky I went back there. I'm like, wait a minute, why did that door open? Oh, well, oops.
Yeah, it's funny, we called that out in the middle. I said, okay, he's going to see the same wall master that Imasak did, and you kept going north through that door, and I'm like, I don't think he saw it. I think he's going to mismark his map. And I'm glad you went back through the room, because otherwise that would have been pretty bad leaving and going all the way back through the stairway to get back.
Yep. I also mismarked some of the rooms in the near start too. I don't know why I was one column off for some reason. Very strange. Not my best 9 for sure. But hey, I had 8 Tringles in what, 25 minutes or something like that? That wasn't too bad.
No, you were floating. And both of you guys were. It was really cool to watch that you guys were on stream and having a head-to-head battle where Imasak had kind of the knowledge advantage of having the bow and silvers in the first pass in 5, and then Chess Jerk, you had the Triforce advantage for a while. You got your 8 Triforces before he did, and I said, okay, the race is going to be the redigs of level 2, level 5, and whatnot, and then getting into 9. And Sock beat you out there, and then kind of a Trolley 9 did you in as well. But it was very interesting dynamic. If you guys do watch it back, like the middle of this seed was really cool to see the back and forth between the two of you.
Yeah, I definitely will. Definitely like to see it.
Yeah, this one I definitely want to watch back. Because I feel like there were a few things that I may have been able to do better. But yeah, I'm interested to see like how things in the dynamic went. Because 25 minutes, if you had all 8 Triforces, Chester, that's crazy.
I may have exaggerated a little bit. It may have been like 32, 33. I don't know. It was in the 30s probably somewhere. If I'm being realistic.
No, I don't think you're exaggerating. I think maybe it was 27 or something like that. But it was very low because we commented in chat. Yeah, it was very.
I'll have to go check.
Very.
I want to know. I'll tell you which stream I want to watch is Sea Falcon to do that whole season 39 minutes. That's
that guy.
Impressive. That's impressive. I gotta go watch that one back.
Chat was alluding that one big difference is that it was a ladder. You didn't need the ladder, so anybody that dug ladder out of 8 that time went into it. He did it all without a ladder.
Yeah, that's true. Now that I think about it, because there was a ladder block in 2, but it didn't block anything. There was a ladder block somewhere else too, but I guess that didn't block anything either.
Yeah, there was a ladder block in 6. I thought there was a ladder block in 5, but you were able to get around that if you found a bomb hole, because that's where the bow was, right there in that.
I'm pretty sure that was the last bomb hole I tried too. I tried every other one and not one of them bombed. Thank goodness for the bomb upgrade. Had plenty of bombs.
Yeah, I picked that bomb upgrade and was very pleased to see that it was 5 and 77 rupees.
6.
It was 6.
8 to 14. Yeah.
Oh, it was 6.
Oh yeah. But yeah, if you buy a +6 bomb upgrade and still get down to 1 or 2 bombs, you know you made a good purchase.
Absolutely.
Which I did.
Yeah, when I found the bomb shop and they were $2, I was like, time to fill up. I made sure I filled it.
There was a fire sale on bombs in this seed, that's for sure.
Yup.
You get a few more times. Let me jump in here real quick. Truant Gamer finished 6th with the 53.30. Scytown in 7th with the 55.28. Shaddy in 8th with the 56.07. So 8 people have finished this seed out of about 20 sub hours. So even though we said it was kind of a jet seed, we talked about early on because of the number of Triforces guys that you guys were seeing. In level 6, Chester, you went to 6 early, found a Triforce and bounced, and it was the right decision. We saw a lot of these Triforces in the first few rooms are very easy to navigate to, and we're sitting there thinking, okay, when's the shoe going to drop, right? And it was that ladder.
Yeah, I mean, shoutouts to finding an item and a Tringle within 3 rooms in level 6. That's like the dream.
Yeah, unheard of, right? I mean, it's just like Bounce City. Yeah. There's no way to go back there. Yep. Yeah,
no way I'm going back there unless I'm absolutely necessary.
Yep.
I mean, definitely having that recorder somewhat early too definitely led me to collecting all the Triforces, because then I can just quickly flute back to everything to redig as necessary. And I redug 2, and then I redug 5, so I only redug 2 dungeons. So that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that was my big thing too, was recorder that early, because I think I did 1, and then I went to 3, and then I went to the direction of 2, and I picked up the recorder before I went into 2, because I was like, well, I'm going to need some money here in a bit, and since I'm here, I don't want to have to come back that direction. So knowing that I had that really early, once I found out that the items were ladder blocked, I was like, I'm out. I'm going to just go look elsewhere.
Shoutouts to the bait block also.
Oh my god. Seriously?
What a great bait block too, though. Like
another reason to buy the bomb upgrade, so you can bomb every single other wall just to make sure the bait block is real.
Well, the funny thing was, when you guys go back and watch this, hold on a second. When you guys go back and watch this, Chester, you buy the bait first, you go back into 8, and you get the map on the other side of the bait block, right? And Imasaka's bombing every wall on the exterior, and we can see it because we got the map on your side, Chester. It was hilarious.
I love the map was there to confirm our suspicions that the bait block was required. And I did make sure to stab the Stalfos in the face before I gave him the meat because he deserved it.
It's not often you get a heavy bait block like that, though. That's like, here's 3/4 of the thing.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's a good one.
Yeah, you can see it in like 2 or 3 when they're linear, right? But you don't expect it in like 8.
Not an 8.
Like 8 with this this disgustingly segmented 8. No, wait, that was 4 the steed.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 4.
Oh man, that 4.
4, I think that 4 map was very interesting. I feel sad that I didn't explore much of it. That I went the right direction and got both items in the Tringle. I probably left half the rooms behind, but I would have needed 3 staircases to get to all of them probably. So.
Yeah, Liquid Husband saw every single room in there in the south, and there was just nothing for him. And unfortunately, what happened was he died inside the stair. He left the stairway the first time and got the Triforce without looking at the stair. And then he went back, died in that room, and then took other stairs and eventually found every other room besides that one and had to go back again. So it was a bummer of a 4 for him.
Oh, that's so sad. Those are those moments where you're just like, I should have just done it. I was right.
Having so many keys also. And I was still paranoid in saving keys, but I never dropped below 4 or 5. I think I had so many keys this season.
Yeah, that was another thing.
It gave you resources for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I still did the pirouette in one of the levels to save a key, even though I had 8 of them. Because you never know. You never feel. I could have 20 and I wouldn't feel like I have enough.
Yeah, well, and you go into one and you walk out with 4 or 5 keys because everything was.
I think. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I think level 1 was definitely the place to be right off the bat. Had lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah, some early survivability, the wand to get you going in combat. It was a fantastic one. All things considered.
I've never been so fast to forget I had a wood sword. I think that lasted
right?
45 seconds. Yep.
Yeah.
Especially because
later, here's an upgrade for you.
Yeah, and the sword, the Wizrobes were on the overworld, and the Darknets were on the overworld, so there really was never any intense combat in the levels themselves to necessitate, resorting to the sword.
Blue Darknet got my 1 death though. Dang it. Tried to clip past him, and he said nope.
I missed the death rat. I ragged on you a little bit. That's my fault.
Yeah, I was on the way. It was in the maze in the forest, going towards level 8, where there was the two paths. One goes to 8, one just goes to a dead end or whatever it is. It's trying to go through the narrow corridors, and
I got you.
I only had 1.5 hearts, and tried to wand through them, and no. Oh well, what can you do?
Well, let's look at the tourney at a macro view now. This is your first finish now this week, Chester. There's probably going to be a pretty decent Z-score time. And Imasak, this is going to pull your Z-score back from that first one that you had. Are you guys going to play any more this week 4? Are you ready for week 5 yet? Or have you looked at those? Sak, go ahead and finish or answer.
I'm probably going to pass on the rest of the week. I don't want to take a chance of another 17th place finish or something. Plus, I'm super busy with work, so it kind of prevents me from getting too many in. But I'm looking forward to week 5, mostly because before the tournament started, that's what I was practicing the most. Because I'm like, if I can do well in a week 5 seed, I should be able to tackle all of these individual weeks. The strategies change a bit, but I think I was, well prepared for getting through those with, a decent amount of, consistency.
How about you, Chester? This is the first one that you did. Are you going to do another one, or are you pretty happy with this?
It will definitely depend on my schedule. Obviously, it's a very busy week also, but there's it also has to be obviously like a 10 o'clock or later start here on the East Coast. So I think there's at least one other one that starts at 10 o'clock. So I mean, maybe I'll choose to do commentary or something else. Maybe I'll take the rest of the week off.
Gotcha. Well, you guys placed very well in this one. Again, 2nd and 3rd on stream with a pretty strong field here. With 25 people or something like that. It's a very, very good finish for you guys. So GG's on that. We're gonna let you go, and we're gonna finish up with Bobino and Husband. But any last words? Anything else you guys want to say?
Damn you, bait block!
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us.
I was just going to follow up with the same thing. Thanks for the commentary, for the restream, and the tracking. And yeah, it's been a great tournament so far. Looking forward to the rest of it as we finish out with week.
And GG to you, Sock.
All right. Thank you. GG to you again, Gesture.
All right. Take care.
All right, good night, guys.
Night.
All right, so Paranoia, we're gonna follow Bobino and Husband here, level 5 and level 8 respectively. It looks like Husband's looking for a bomb wall right now inside of 5. Not sure exactly how to get to the Triforce. Bobino is inside of level 8.
He already has the bow and the silvers out of 5. So Liquid Husband does not have to worry about any of that. He just needs to find the way down to that Triforce piece.
What's wild is he's cleared so many rooms but hasn't seen a map yet or the way to 5. So I don't know if there's maybe one bomb wall that you've got to get to. And now plethora of bombs. He's in there looking for one pack. He's got 10 all of us.
As Almighty Bobino is now entering level 8.
All right, so 8 has the goods as far as the ladder. Ladder's not required the seed. We do have a one finisher at least that had the ladder. Sea Falcon, who took first overall, but has this nice little bait block you're seeing right there. Bobino sees it, runs into the fire because picked up the book with the wand. So unfortunately, going to bomb a lot of rooms here. Not going to be able to get anywhere. And's got to go out and buy some bait. Luckily, he's got some money for it though.
In fact, I think he has plenty of money for it. And Liquid Husband has found the way to the Triforce in level 5. I'd have to see their map real fast, but I think they only need maybe 2 more pieces, maybe 1.
Yeah, Liquid Husband's trying to decide where to go now. Coming off this, definitely still needs 8, I believe. So probably blowing to 2 here and going into 8. Also needs 7, it looks like. So it's going to go jump into 7 first. Bo knows Whirlwind. That's right, Toaster. So Bobino's going to bounce. Needs some bombs here, I think, inside of level 8. Only has 2 keys as well, so resources are pretty tight for Bobino. Way more resources over on Liquid Husband's side, so probably going to clean up a little bit quicker. Just depends on how fast Bobino can find the rest of the stuff that he needs.
I will point out, we have not seen the any key, and we have seen when we saw Hard Container in 9, one of them was exploring it. So I think that means the any key is just like locked away deep in level 9 somewhere.
Yeah, could be there. Could also be level 7, because we don't have any items on the tracker for 7 yet, and I think that Triforce is pretty free as far as the path to it. So I believe you're going to see Liquid Husband make a beeline there, and we're leaving 2 items behind, so I think any key could be here in 7 as well.
Almighty Bobino is probably just looking for a way around this bait block. Fortunately, he's not going to find it.
So you see Liquid Husband right now going to fight this Goma. Even though this isn't the Triforce room, this could be the floor drop room. Also needs keys as well, so easy combat rooms like that, it makes a whole lot of sense for him to go ahead and clean up.
And he gets his final Trinkle. Well, I mean, his Trinkle out of 7.
Yeah, he took it again. He's looking just for those not maybe required items, but nice to have items there. Would
Actually,
like the ladder, but hasn't seen a true ladder block yet. So
actually, I think
Liquid Husband has not seen is the bait block.
Yeah, he has a full Triforce. I was going to say, I think he does have the Triforce out of 8 because he has a ladder and the sword.
Oh, very nice. Very good. Very good. So he is on his way to 9. So Liquid Husband's going to enter 9 right about 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 11 minutes, right around there. Bobino is finding out the horrible news of having this bait block here. Still doesn't believe it. You don't want to believe it. You never want to believe it. I don't blame him for checking around as well. Yeah, this is such a bummer too, because you sit here and think, okay, maybe there's my stairs to get me away from here, this segment. Nope, those aren't the stairs. Okay, well, can I bomb out of here? Nope, can't bomb out of here either. You'd have to go get that bait, sir.
And now they are circling, and now they're circling at the start screen. Just a little bit of frustration over that bait block.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you're sitting here with, most of the seed ready to go, most everything else you need, and you're just on this one bait block now. I don't know. I haven't seen his Triforce lately, how many other Triforce pieces he has or whatnot.
Person who finished first in the race overall was Sea Falcon with a time of 39 minutes and 4 seconds. Actually,
yeah, followed pretty closely real quick by two people that were on stream for people that are jumping in right now. Imasock did finish second overall, the 46 minutes flat. Chesterk was third with a 51.25, so we had two of the top three on stream here. Go ahead.
And this was just a bonkers fast seed from Imasock and Chesterk.
What's funny is they do those routers relishes, which is part of a different series or whatnot. It's a different tournament. But anyway, what they do is that you get the seed for a week and you can practice it. I wonder if you had this seed for a week and you practice it over and over and you got one shot, how fast you could get this seed done. If you have everything in the overworld that you need besides both silvers and you know where the ladder is in 8, I bet you could absolutely destroy this seed within 15 minutes.
See, like the one thing you'd probably grab on your way through the seed is a couple of the heart containers. I mean, what the side things is like you had to get like up to 6 hearts. You know where the red ring is, and it's a real easy pickup. So you had that for safety. And the white sword is basically on the way to the Triforce in 8.
Yeah, we say fast seed, jet seed, or whatnot. And there's some people here that are, some of the items were trolly, and that's the nature of shapes. That's the nature of the fun of the randomizer is that you can get some trolley seeds at some points, but a lot of the Triforces were pretty easy, and then the overworld really hooked you up.
Liquid Husband now making their way through 9. We know he needs to get in that top right quadrant because that's where that's where everything is.
Yeah, so where there's a stair in the southwest that takes you to the northeast, and the northeast has everything you need. So how fast you can find that stair in the southwest is going to be how fast your 9 is. Alright, so Liquid Husband is deciding to take some stairs, which is good news for him. Bobino is in 8. We see he's kind of in the right portion of 8 now, got past that meat block. The rest of it really wasn't too bad, so he should be able to get out of 8 here pretty quick. There's that wall master. I know Chesterk's watching right now. There's that wall master, sir, that almost got you.
Almighty Bobino picking up their white sword. Whether they go for the ladder or not, we don't know yet.
Yeah, not sure. White sword's a good pickup even this late in the game because it cuts the Ganon time down significantly of that fight, especially if you lose them or whatnot. It also just makes combat a little bit easier, even though you have the wand. Alright, so Bobino looks like maybe just grab the Triforce and get out. Is there enough left to do that he's got to be careful right now with these Lamola. Are you going to grab the Triforce and go? Nope, going to look a couple more rooms. So this
I don't know if he has the...
What's that? Go ahead.
I don't know if he has the silvers.
Ah, that would be an important aspect of the seed that you would want. All right, so liquid up here in the northwest. We know there's no path from the northwest to the northeast, so this time, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit lost to Liquid Husband, trying to find the roar. Has not heard the roar yet. Done a lot of digging over here on the west side of the map, so I think he's starting to sink in that, okay, I need to get over on the east side, but how? Which should lead you to taking some stairs here. Bobino does grab this ladder inside of 8, so heads up to stay in here. Again, we know we don't need it, but it just makes the navigation a little bit easier inside of levels. Is Dodongo going to play nice here?
No.
Kind of partially nice.
But you do get 2 bomb packs of it, so that's nice.
Yeah, the seed's like, here you go, I'm going to hook you up. No problem. Bobino looking for the floor item. Is he missing? I think you're right. I think he is missing the silvers. So the silver's out of 5. That's going to be a bummer here because he's going to look all over this floor item in 8.
We have had a bunch of other finishers in the meantime.
Yeah, I can fly through those. We did. Dick Shake did finish in 10th with 59.40. Sis Crusher followed closely behind. Willard J. Bradley in 12th. Eat My Steel 13th. Unos 14th. Leslie Pro 15th. King Doll. Brewers Fan. Chrono JJ. Stun. I can never say that name, and I apologize. I'm sorry. And Dr. J. PhD just finished at 20th. 115.01. GG's to everybody that was in here. GG's to all those finishers. Liquid Husband now in the northeast, does hear the roar of Ganon, knows it's not south, knows it's not east, gotta kill these keys, knocking them out, and then finishing off this pig on 6 hearts, sir. Well done, Liquid Husband. 6 hearts this seed.
Never picked up a heart after he got he got the hearts he needed to confirm the White Sword item.
Yeah, that's what I said at the top of the broadcast, is that if you get the red ring and you've got the 6 hearts that guarantees your White Sword item, sometimes just walking those stairs to get those red hearts doesn't make a lot of sense. You're not going to die with 24 hearts. So heads up play by Liquid Husband here. As long as he gets through this fight, okay, he should be good to go. You see this fight, this is the reason that White Sword was so important. Instead of 15 hits, he only needs 8. Knew the fight, good knowledge of it, was able to have center control there, and even though he guessed wrong, Ganon didn't go to the southwest, he went to the southeast. He was able to maintain that center control and only take bops from the fireballs and not Ganon himself. So good fight by Liquid Husband on a pretty trolly Ganon.
And Liquid Husband immediately finds Zelda. I think he may have seen this room earlier.
Yeah, get your GGs out in chat. 21st place, Liquid Husband with a 1:18:06 official SRL time. Well done, Liquid Husband. Good fight. Way to finish on 6 hearts, sir. So we'll get Husband in here, and then we will also finish up with Bobino. So cheer him home. He is still looking for some stuff. He's inside level 2, looking for the other item in here. Doing some re-digging right now.
I believe we're joined by Liquid Husband.
What's up, Bo Jackson?
Oh gosh. Yeah. Should have bought that bait that first time I saw it.
It's a great summary, sir. That's a fantastic summary.
I hate level 5. In the randomizer, level 5 is my least favorite dungeon of all time. I just think it's got the least value for what it brings to the table every single time. And tonight was no different, as I lost track of what walls I had and hadn't bombed in never-ending search for the Triforce in there.
Yeah, it's one of those like level 6 that they're both so large in size that if you get peninsulas inside the shaper, if you get something to where you can't bomb through and it's only one way and you don't track every single wall, then sometimes you can walk right past a wall you swear to God you've bombed and you just miss it. And it happens. It completely does. And unfortunately, 5 had the goods tonight with the bow and the arrows there, as well as a trolley Triforce wall to get through.
Yeah, no doubt. That and I was watching you too much before the race apparently because I forgot I'd picked up the Triforce in level 2.
My apologies. I don't pick up Triforces, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things I did tonight that I'm not upset with. I think I made the right plays on gambling on items. It was just my routing really reared its ugly head in the seed because it's not my strong suit. My strong suit is, the more vanilla aspects of the game, and tonight I just I got outdone by a lot of players who understand, the decision making behind where to go win, and props to them.
Yeah, it was interesting because we saw, quite a few different ways to play this seed because there wasn't a lot of blocks, but there was a lot of early Triforces. There was, do I leave 6 right away? Chestrick went into 6 in the first like 10 minutes of the seed and bounced after a few rooms with an item and a Triforce, which is unheard of. We saw an 8 that had a bait block. And when do you go to 8? Because the overworld gave you both the raft and the recorder, so the overworld's telling you to stay out of 8. Like everything's telling you to not do things you normally do.
And not only that, but the candle was in the rare spot, and the red candle was blocked by the ladder that was in level 8. So you had to go to the rare shop and buy the candle.
Yeah, you absolutely did. We talked about that a little bit too, and unfortunately, you had a death there through an Armos that you were so close to grabbing it at that time, and then you also died like right outside of 4, and in the item room, which was the Triforce room, is 4 as well, or 5 or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many spots that you were just like,
yep, that's my 3
tile or
deaths.
2 off of what you needed.
Yeah, those are my 3 deaths right there.
Oh my gosh, then yeah, you only had 3, so yeah, we sorry to call them all out, but I mean, did not mean to do that, but I'm saying you were so close to pay dirt on all 3 of those that it was just like it was inches from exactly what you needed to do.
Yeah, I would feel a whole lot better about my performance tonight if Falcon hadn't dropped a 39 on us. Holy cow, I don't even know like what compels that to happen. I mean, man, that was impressive.
We're testing for performance enhancing drugs tomorrow, so just know it's a random sample, quote unquote.
Absolutely, we'll take
if you get the call, you get the call.
Yeah.
Right. No, but week 4 flags, I mean, they're different than 1 through 3, of course. This is the first one you've done this week. Are you going to do another? Or are you like, nope, I did my 1, I'm good? What do you think?
I'm going to have to look at it, evaluate it tonight. I will crunch some numbers. Not that the numbers are the be-all, end-all in this, because, it really doesn't matter in the long run. But, that weighed with... personal obligations and the fact that, I would really rather be watching football on Saturday than losing to everybody at Zelda. We'll see. If you see me again, it'll probably be on Friday night, but we'll see. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed the dungeons being their normal shapes in their normal locations until this tournament came along.
I've been preaching that, sir. I have been preaching that.
And so, all it really, this tournament, what it really makes me want to do is run the vanilla game. And so, we'll see. It's possible I come back out for another one, but so far my MO has been 1 race a week, not because I kill it in the first race, but just because, there's just as much opportunity for me to do damage to myself as to improve. So, and I tend to wind up in these big star-studded races anyway.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. He is calling Sea Falcon out for a rematch on Friday night. Liquid Husband versus Sea Falcon 1-on-1. This will be on the Speed Gaming Networks. Prime time, what do you think? 7 o'clock your time?
Oh, come on, 7 o'clock. I've just convinced my daughter to pretend to go to sleep at that point, man.
I hear that, man. So week 5 steps it up a little bit. What have you practiced any of those? Are you ready for those? What are you seeing about week 5 that you like? Don't like?
Practice. Not a game. No, I mean, I did. I think the first 2 weeks I did a little practice, and this I didn't have a chance this week. Next week we're adding HP and Dungeon Shuffle both, I think.
Yes, you're correct. Dungeon
so
Shuffle and then
we're
HP
getting the
Shuffle
whole
as well.
shebang. And to me, I don't know that I will do too much practice for week 5 because I think my week 5 will be practice in and of itself for the brackets. But you know, I we'll see. You know me well enough to know that I'm not one to practice, track, or do anything that would actually improve my ability to do well in these things.
Yes, but the audience doesn't know you well enough, so I have to ask I'm contractually obligated, Liquid Husband. So please help me do my job, sir. Don't make this interview difficult for all of us. Come on, man.
I've watched too much Harrison Ford here to see some bad interviews.
Jeez, dude. So what's up? What's up on the agenda now? I saw you playing some Tecmo before, getting practiced up and stuff like that. What else are you playing these days?
Tecmo Super Bowl is going to be my focus outside of the tournament for the next little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I got that game accepted into AGDQ until they tell me otherwise, and so I'm just going to be practicing that as much as I can. Zelda 1, Tecmo Super Bowl, a little bit of Bible Buffet, maybe. The thing I'm really interested in right now, though, is I grew up in a non-Nintendo household. So I did not have a Super Nintendo, and so I am getting to play Link to the Past for the very first time right now on the Switch.
Really?
I would like to point something out. Since,
What's that?
Right now, I just noticed that both bomb upgrades were in level 5.
Really? Oh, I found one of them. And for as many walls as I knocked out in level 5, I should have found all of them.
Yeah, I think of all the rooms you visited, you probably should have come out there with 4 bomb upgrades.
You know, I gotta protest this minimal bomb wall stuff on the map in level 5. If I could have just had that, we'd have been aces. But actually,
Right.
I'm not gonna complain. I got a lot of good early maps in this seed, so I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah, really,
I got to blitz level 7 because of that. So
yeah, for sure, and that's what Bobino has to do next. He's got to go back to 7 here.
Getting his ladder last, or
got
He's
the ladder
already
out of
picked
8. Yeah,
He's just looking to dig the silvers out of 5. It looks like there they are.
yeah,
He's in go mode.
I guess it does force you to get the ladder a little earlier, not in as time wise, but in completion wise, because there's so much that is ladder blocked. You know, level 2 you could have not needed the ladder in because all you would have found were 2 boomerangs. But,
hold on, Liquid Husband. If you look right now at Bobino's map, it looks like an angry bunny on the stairs with the red eye. It's pretty creepy.
All right.
Always play. Name that ink plot.
Right.
There we go. What did you do to make Saver mad, Redbird?
What haven't I done to make Saver mad lately? Oh shoot. All right, man. Well, if there isn't anything else, we're gonna bounce and we're gonna walk Bobino through the end of this, and we are going to get out of here ourselves. So, anything else?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cheer! Everybody, cheer Bobino on. He's a cool dude. Thank you to both of you. You know, one for being commentators for the audience, but two as a staff member who's in charge of signing the commentary. I really appreciate it. And Thanks as well to Jiggly for stepping up on tracking, and everybody at Speed Gaming, my favorite restream network for the Zelda 1 randomizer tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce. I may peek in on what all's going on and figure out what I'm gonna do next. But thank you all for having me.
Hey, good talking to you, man. Have a good night.
Good night.
Same to you guys.
And with that, I would like to report that Tom J has finished in 22nd place with a time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 35 seconds. And Enamel has finished in 23rd place with a time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 55 seconds.
Yeah, GG's all the runners tonight in a very crazy seed. We see a wide range of times here from a sub 40 all the way up to now we're on 130. But it's like the Silvers and Bow being in one level with, some bomb walls. We saw the map of 5. It wasn't pretty, stuff like that can happen, and it can cause you to redig dungeons that you wouldn't go through first and catch Bobino up a little bit here. This is shapes, guys. This is exactly what happens. And then, going into it that you can have an absolutely blitz seed 1 minute, and you turn around and you generate another seed, and all of a sudden you're sitting there banging your head against a wall. That's what happens here. This is 100% natural and completely a part of this.
I mean, sometimes you just generate a seed where every dungeon you go into is like whiz ropes right off the bat.
Yeah, this seed didn't have a lot of combat blocks. It had a lot of crazy blocks, right? And that's the cool thing about the Z1 randomizer and what Fred's done with this is that you can get frustrated with the seed in different ways, and that's such the evil genius that Z1R is, and I love it for that.
I'm kind of surprised Almighty Babino did not try to bomb out of that Fred room. The old man.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and I don't know if you can bomb right there or if it's a stairwell. We haven't been in 7 in a bit, so I apologize. But yeah, you would think with 20 bombs that's definitely a natural bomb you should have made.
Just if you seeing that that Triforce basically right on the other side.
So here's a stairwell. Let's see if this takes him down there, or if this is the item. Well, it might take him down to that part of the shape. We're getting closer. Gotta bomb walls, man. Don't be leaving us hanging like this. He's like walking around all these places he could have bombed. Like, come on, Bobino, bomb these walls.
You have 20 bombs, so you're not down to 1. You're not doing it right.
You know what the crazy thing is though? Like, if you're inside of a seed for a while, the seed will start playing with your head, and like things that are natural, like he would have done, the very first time. Like he's bombing a couple times just to make sure, and the seed will start to wear on you, and you'll start to do things that just aren't in your normal rhythm. That room he would have cleared 5-10 seconds the very first time he came in here. Now we're an hour and a half in, and he's like, oh my god, he's trying to hurry up, he's trying to finish. He's seen all the finishes, and the seed just completely plays with you.
And that was a troll segment too, just a single room. I think it had a key in it.
Yeah, I'd love to see this map again. And I think you're right. Maybe you do need to bomb out of that old man on the right, but somehow you got to get down to this right side of 7 here. Getting warmer.
Finding a Patra who will have another staircase for him. Just be careful.
Oh man, commentators curse. You hear that a lot. But that one was definitely one, and unfortunately takes a death there. But I think he knows where to go back to in 7, so I think the cleanup here is going to be quicker than you think.
Oh, it's a troll Patra. Does not protect the staircase. Does not protect anything. He's just there.
You probably get a 5 rupee out of it and a couple choice words later.
So are you looking forward to week 5?
It's funny. If you'd have asked me that 3 hours ago, I'd have been like, yeah, I've had a couple good seeds or whatnot, but I've got a pretty good friend in the business that just sent me a seed. And I'm so mad at him right now. It's like an hour and 15-minute seed that just trolled the ever-living crap out of me. But adding the dungeon shuffle it makes a huge difference. It really does. And you get blocks that sometimes, okay, this is how I'd handle a block, but all of a sudden you don't know what dungeon to go to because they're shuffled. So yeah, it's fun, but man, you can get some trolliness going on in week 5. You guys are, if you think week 4 is cool, wait till week 5. There's going to be some really cool stuff in week 5 in the brackets.
That there will be, and remind me later to send you a seed I generate.
Oh, great, thanks. Appreciate it.
I
So
only
watch Bobino figure this out, finalize this. So you can kind of see somebody. Again, if you watch his combat, Bobino's got good combat. It's just kind of he's searching for everything right now. He's searching everywhere because his mind's going a million miles an hour. Again, you look at IRC and you see people have finished ahead of you, and you want to do that too, and it kind of speeds you up a little bit and frustrates you a little bit sometimes too.
The what am I missing feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So we're getting some confirmation too in chat from Toaster saying that it's kind of a C shape for 7. So he's not going to be able to bomb south from here and get down there. He's got to go back around down south into the east.
Bomb up, bomb over.
Well, there's new territory. Maybe this will give him a map that might help.
As a manhandler.
Good bomb. Just got to clean up with the magical sword. And you're rewarded with more bombs. It's so weird to be late in a seed like this and not see the map, because you think they're clearing all these rooms. You know, they know the rooms to clear and whatnot. You think you would have seen it by now, but that map has to be like either behind a bomb wall or just somewhere really, really trolly right now.
And I mean, this happens. Sometimes the seed is just not on your side.
Yeah, exactly. I remember doing a couple of these in I think the last tournament that had shapes in it. And it was just, I had a couple seeds where I was stuck in a level just like this, and I was trying to find either a bomb wall or the route or whatnot. And it's frustrating because like all this combat, you know, he could completely do, but all he's doing is he's just looking for a path. So he's taking damage he's not used to taking, which frustrates you even more and whatnot. So Bobino sitting here, he's going to up A because he's so close to start anyway. Wants to get over here. I think this is going to be the correct route down and to the right. So let's take this avenue here.
Going to kill out these Tektites. Clear out. He's going to kill them, but
all right, so continue to go east here. He's in a waffle room. Let's see if this is going to lead there.
the waffle room just makes you hungry for breakfast.
I'm starving, dude. Hey, there's a bomb hole right. Okay, so this must be the path. Yep, one more key door. Goes to the right, goes north. I think there's a room to the north of that, too, that you can explore if you need to.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody did, and it's an old man room. So I think he's on the right path here.
And he has found the Triforce room. He has collected his 8th Triforce. He's ready to go into 9.
All right, so level 9, we all know all we're trying to do is get to the first stair, I believe. They said it's the people who've played this and come through in chat have said, you know, it's the first few rooms, 4 or 5 rooms in. There's a stair that takes you to the northeast. Otherwise, there's another stair in the southwest, I believe, does as well.
And otherwise, you're going to get rabbit holed for a bit. Not for long.
No, not at all. Not at all, for sure. All right, so Bobino's whistling to 1. Got to find where his recorder is. The recorder works sequentially, so all the Triforces you have, go lay them out in order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If your last blew to 5 and you blow right twice, it takes you to 7. That's how the recorder works. So he's finding where he was. He was on 2, and he whistled to the left or down, took some back to 1, and he's on his way to 9.
So one final thing. So one final time for our last trip in the 9. What we're looking for is the pig screaming, because you're coming to stab him, and Zelda. And they're both in the top right corner today, aren't they?
They are, which is kind of nice. But again, since they're both behind that stairwell, it makes it a little bit trolly. When you've watched these, and I don't know how many seeds you've played yourself or whatnot, what do you think's harder to find, Ganon or her?
It really depends. Actually, I would say her, because when you get into a room that's adjacent to Ganon, you immediately have that, have that knowledge of where he is in the general sense of level 9.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think she's a really good hide and seek champion, as I've heard some people call her, and it's very frustrating sometimes to try to find her. We're getting some bonus coverage down here in the southwest corner too as Bobino finishes up. Liquid Husbands did some any percent no up A runs, I believe. Nope, going to just do some straight any percent runs. So this will be kind of cool to watch as well. If you've never watched the vanilla game, Liquid Husband's going to do it right now.
And it looks like Almighty Bobino is in the bottom left corner of 9 now.
And so rooms like this are kind of trolly because you think, oh, this might be her. Let's clear it out and see what we get.
Oh,
okay.
We know there's a wall master in the room.
Yet. Might be her. I gotta touch the edge. He's teasing us. Is it? Are we gonna touch the edge? Are we tracking this? Think he's tracking it, and he's gonna miss the wall master. That's what happens with the bomb hole too, man. I knew it was gonna happen. I had called it.
We were just waiting.
Yeah, so hopefully Bobino's either able to find the compass or the actual Zelda room, which is going to make him do a double take here in a second too, because that could be very trolly if you go all the way back to the southwest after killing it.
And the thing is, not once you know there's wall masters in here, you start to wonder, oh, was there a wall master in that room? Did I just miss a wall master? And usually there's like
that. No, that's a heads up comment, because once you see them and you know that they're in the enemy set, you should absolutely be on guard for that situation.
And from what I've seen from Zelda's room, from when we've seen other runners finish, there's only one way in there. There's like literally only one way in there. It's like the room south of Ganon.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think it's just you got to get that trolliness out of the way of find the hidden staircase or find the magic staircase, and that's what Bobino's trying to find right now.
And I mean, finding the magic staircase is a staple of level 9, especially in shapes.
Yeah, because you can get choke points in level 9 that you're not used to getting in the vanilla, because the vanilla is so connected. Here you can get like diagonal, rooms, blank rooms that you cause, a peninsula effect or whatnot, or even an island sometimes where you can't get anywhere else like this. This northeast is completely segmented off from the rest of it. And Bobino's going to go exactly the same path Liquid Husband did, is going to go through the northwest here first before he finds the stair.
And I think he has just realized, hey, isn't this the room I thought Zelda was in? And just has that moment of realization of like, oh, that wasn't Zelda.
Well, it's jarring because the stair that he came out of was the door that he marked as Zelda. So it's like, hold on a second. I'm in her room. What's going on here? Yeah, that's a heads up comment too, Seeker in chat. Some people might had that rage quit of, okay, I finished, a little bit behind the leaders and whatnot, and I've got a pack that finished ahead of me. Let's just peace out and we'll try again tomorrow. But this is good practice. Every time that you go through level 9 and you see things and you hear a Ganon, or you take a stair and it leads you this way in this direction, you're making decisions in level 9. This needs practice too. Level 9s are not innate. You don't just know how to do them when you walk into the game. You've got to practice your level 9s, and this is good practice for Bobino for sure.
I mean, I believe the most innate a level 9 can get is if you have like a Ganon and a Zelda room like right as soon as you enter.
Yeah, I don't get those, so let's not talk about those. Paranoia.
Would you like a completely free level 9? Yes. Too bad.
I seem to not get that stuff ever. So the reason that you see runners clear rooms like this is because, one, we want the map for shapes. So it lets you know which, not really which walls to bomb, but more which walls not to bomb to save your bombs. That's because there's so few rooms that you lose out of the shape. But also because you're looking for that compass for her room. So they're still going to clear rooms even though they're just looking for him right now.
Although I feel like seeing the compass and level 9, especially shapes, is so very rare in the randomizer.
It feels that way for sure, especially if you're flying and you're just trying to find her as fast as possible in a
I'd like to
race
point out Almighty Babino has found the right quadrant.
You're 100% right. So this could be over with pretty quick.
Throwing out some bombs.
Yeah, once you get up in that corner, you don't want to leave that corner behind. So those bombs made sense for Bobino, especially the north one. You don't want to. You just that it's hard to get back to. You don't want to leave that one last room down there. So we know we go north here, we're going to hear him. So it's just a decision point right now. You got 4 keys. That's going to leave Bobino a decision of not using the key right now. So let's see how far away this takes him from Ganon.
Bombing up. Not getting anything.
Yeah, resources play a huge role inside of level 9. And luckily here, we know you can't bomb into this. So he's got 4 bombs, going to be able to check all these walls. The walls won't give him anything. So it's going to turn him around, which is going to be a good thing.
And with no staircase in this room and possibly no bomb holes out of here, yep. He's probably going to go back and use that key.
Yeah, the only thing you don't want to see here is an up A, just to go back to the start of 9. So hopefully he just remembers this key door and goes north.
And we have an open door over here. Checking the staircase.
Don't take the stair. Okay, good.
It's the enemy key. Like a stone throw away from the end of the seat at that.
I had no idea that was there, and we saw 3 other people go through that room. Shoot.
I hope he has to hear the pig.
Yep, the natural inclination is to check to the right because the door's open. He knows now exactly where Ganon is because he's on the top row.
The question is, does he go back and check that room below Ganon?
That's the only room that he has left in this northeast quadrant. So hopefully he remembers it's there, like you said.
Ganon, please. Calm down.
Yeah, you can see good knowledge of the fight, though. You know he's going to come to one of the southeast or southwest sides, and you see Bobino trying to catch him from the bottom here. Just he's being a little elusive now, kind of going to the safety of the southwest corner, which you sit right north of that statue. It's a fairly safe spot to dodge fireballs from, and Ganon usually doesn't run into you too much there.
The old man is taking over the tracker.
Down goes the pig.
And
Bobina just
now,
has to find the girl, and we are good to go.
and we know which room the girl is in. As long as he does not take he's taking the staircase.
No, it's going to take him to the southwest.
That's going to hurt a bit.
Sorry. Buckle up, folks. We got probably 20 rooms to check here before we get back to the Northeast. Just giving you a heads up. This is unfortunate because there's no way back to the 2 rooms that he just missed, except for back through that Northeast. So we'll see what happens here.
Just that one door, and I mean, I understand not wanting to check that door because, you know, you want to cover as much ground as you can.
Oh, no, he's got a clock, so now he's got to leave and re-enter this one too.
Like, how do you like to search for Zelda through level 9?
How do I personally do it?
Yeah.
The wrong way every time. What I usually do is I'm trying to find, oh man, Wallmaster might actually be a good thing if it takes him back to that stair. But what I usually do is I always look on the interior for Ganon because you can hear 4 ways, so it doesn't make sense to be on the edges. And I'm hoping at some point when I'm clearing enemy rooms and I'm looking for these single shutter doors and whatnot that I can find her on the way. If I don't, then you really have to check every single nook and cranny, because if you're wrong and you leave a room or 2 behind, getting back there takes longer than the actual first check. So you want to, if you're in the southeast quadrant, touch every single room in the southeast quadrant. If you're in the southwest, do the same thing. You don't want to leave a room behind, especially if you know a stairway brought you there. So this is going to really, really help out that compass right there.
Yes, he now knows that it's probably from that room he left behind.
The problem is you got to hope that your stair marking was correct and that you take the correct stair back that way. And I don't know if he thinks he can get there from the left or the right, because it's almost right. It's on the room that's 1 or 2 to the right of where he's been on the left side of the board. And also it's 1 or 2 to the left of the right side of the board. So he's got to make a decision now which way he's going to approach this from.
I think the staircase gets him to where he wants to go.
Yeah, this is definitely the stair. So
it looks like he's going
back. Intuition here of reading the map. Yeah, for sure.
That Wallmaster may have saved his day.
I think so. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes like, oh, actually that's the wrong one. That takes him over here to the left, which is going to be walled off here.
Oh, hello, Dig Dogger. You're not blocking anything. Go away.
That is such a horrible feeling because you can't bomb into her room. So you know when you walk into this room and the door's not there, like there's nothing you can do here. Like it's just a bad feeling right now. You might try to bomb north and go north and east, but again, it's not going to.
Actually, from I remember the map, I don't think there's anything above her room either.
No, there's not. It's completely. You've got to go through that one path. So blowing the whistle here, trying to kill these guys, and hopefully they drop a bomb. That's the only thing I can think he can be doing right.
I think you're right. They drop a key. Not quite as handy when you have the any key. I think this was the staircase he used to get in the top right.
Yeah, it's frustrating because you're so close to that beeping dot, and you're so far away because it's a stair on the other side of the board here.
And he's just trying to get over to it from here, and we know that's not going to work out.
Well, he thinks he needs bombs, which is a bigger issue than anything.
A troll manhandle blocking troll blocks. You know, that room always feels bad when you see those two boxes. Like, ooh, I bet there's a staircase here. No. I just cleared out a manhandle for no reason. Or, what's more likely to have happened, I cleared out a patcher for no reason.
Yeah, that's the worst for sure. And in the northeast quadrant, he's done everything except for the room right next to her room that would pop open that shutter.
And I think with the map, he has finally had the confirmation of where he needs to go.
Yeah, I think he's thrown enough bombs down that he should know that with good tracking.
I don't think it's a staircase.
No, I think that was it. I think this is the bad one.
No, I think the keys were the right one.
Oh, was it? Okay, gotcha.
I mean, you could be right. Don't take my word for it until we see where
it's
he
level
comes out.
9, man. I'm not right. I guarantee that. Yeah, it was the other one for sure. Sock confirmed that as well. The worst thing here is if he gets a bomb drop off a global. Okay, good. Because that would send him back to the center, and he's trying to bomb in from the center.
The chat is giving us bad puns. Send help.
Yeah, I
Man,
think right now he's just looking for bombs, unfortunately, because there's like the path that he's taking currently, not taking stairs, not doing anything else. He's just looking for a bomb dropper.
Redbeard Grad, I have to ask you, what is the C Liquid Husband is playing?
It's the vanilla game, man. He did a 2 first route, and he's doing 80%. From a casual standpoint, the vanilla game is one of the trolliest seeds you can have because of where things are and what you need to progress and whatnot. It's a very, very trolly seed.
Yeah, because see, you have the bow and 1, you have the raft and 3, you have the ladder and 4, which is necessary. Let's see, 5 has the flute. 7 doesn't have anything. If you're digging anything outside of it, I'm sorry. 8 doesn't have anything unless you count the any key.
Oh, but is 1 room away, but unfortunately approached from the south. You can't bomb in there, so he's got to know maybe, okay, can I go north and west? Like he knows the only way that he can approach it from right now is from the east. So he's got to get in the room directly north of him right now. So you got to kind of just put 2 and 2 together on where to go, and then it's up and around. But I can understand the confusion because you sit there and you think, okay, I can approach from the west or the south or the east looking at that map. And the only way this game that you can do this is approaching from the east.
And he has found the rescued.
Chat that's with us, get your GGs out for Almighty Balbino. Checking in. I closed SRL. I apologize, but just shy of 2 hours does check in here, gets an official time on the board. Well done. GG, Mr. Almighty Balbino.
And we're going to see if he's going to come in for an interview.
Thanks, Imasak. 1:59:35 was the official SRL time. So GG's, well done. Way to hang in there. Like we said before, some seeds just get really trolly, really mess with your mind, have some hidden aspects to it. Maybe the combat wasn't too tough this time, but it was more where items were, and not having those silly maps makes a huge difference. But well done. Way to finish the seed up, Albino. I'm not sure if he's going to join us or not, but if not, I think Paranoia, we are going to throw this to someone. Do you know what's up?
I would have to look at the schedule. So I will do that real quick while you say our goodbyes.
Yeah, that we can do. Do want to thank Jiggly Saint for doing the tracking for us tonight. It's crazy tracking for 4 people. Jiggly did a great job. Get your GGs in chat for Jiggly Saint. All the runners, there was 29 million runners in this race. They all did fantastic. Again, huge props to C Falcon for the sub 40 time on a seed that required the bait and had some trolliness going on. Well done there. Second, third place were on stream. Imasak in second place and Chest Jerk in third. Then Liquid Husband and Balbino rounded it out for us. For Speed Gaming and Paranoia, I'm Redbird Grad, and we're going to see here. Paranoia's got that schedule up. Where we're going?
I do have the schedule, and it doesn't look like we have anything going on right now.
So we are going to watch reruns of Baywatch. They will be on stream for the next couple hours, courtesy of Speed Gaming Networks. Thank you, Speed Gaming Network.
I do hope we find. I do hope they have the Ronco, rotisserie grill up.
Maybe Wheel of Fortune episode. I don't know what we're doing, so it might be a black screen. I don't know. All I know is my bed's calling me. Peace out. Love y'all. Paranoia is great working with you, dude. We got to do it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Good night, everyone.